It is now 6 p.m. I hereby call this meeting of the Town of Babylon Rental Board to order. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening. My name is Carla Bryant. I am the Vice Chair of the Rental Board. Our chairman is absent this evening. With me tonight are my fellow board members. Member Marie Iadisi, Member Kelly Medwig, Member Mike Murray, Member Pastor Vernon Shelton, and Member Mark Smith. For the record, we have a quorum present. 4 members are needed for a quorum. Before we begin calling the hearing scheduled for tonight, I would like to take a moment to explain our procedures. I will call the hearing scheduled one at a time, in the order that it has been published in the legal notice and listed on the agenda. Starting with case number 1, applicant or an authorized representative will be excuse me one moment, I got the wrong Okay, starting with case number 1, an applicant or an authorized representative will come to the podium. The speaker must give his or her name and home address for the record. All speakers will be sworn in by myself. The applicant or his representative will be given an opportunity to present any information that he or she wishes to present to the board. If none, we will proceed to board questions. After board questions, any interested parties will then have an opportunity to speak. The applicant will then be called back up at the end of the hearing to respond to any questions or concerns. The public hearing will likely be closed after the applicant answers any final questions. Should there be any open issues on the applications or items that need to be remedied or corrected, the hearing may be held open for a longer period in the board's discretion to allow for time for the applicant to make such corrections. The rental board shall have the right to rely on any information that is presented by the applicant. If any such information is later found to be inaccurate or incorrect, the rental board may determine that any approvals, rental permits, or other actions previously granted in connection with the application are null and void. Each applicant gets sworn in must state their name and their home address for the record, and state on the record that they agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with their renewal. Okay, we have a new applicant, 226 Riviera Parkway, Lindenhurst, New York.
Good evening.
Good evening. If you could please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name and your home address for the record.
Michael Ebeck, 226 Riviera Parkway, Lindenhurst, New York, 11757.
Okay, you reside
Correct.
there? Okay. Is it a two-family? Is it a two?
It's a legal two-family?
No,
So you're renting?
I intend to rent.
Oh, okay.
Yes, down the line.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you're
Okay.
not currently renting?
No.
Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with your application?
Yes.
Okay. So we had an inspection back on July 29th, and there were some things that needed to be taken care of. And then we had another inspection on August 25th, and it passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
I would, Ms. Chairman. Mr. Ebeck,
Yes.
I have a question. Do you have cats?
Yes,
How many?
3.
Do you have various carrying cases for the cats?
Yes,
How many?
about 5.
About 5. Okay. We received some complaints about the cats
Yes, I
being
understand.
loose, and we just request that you corral the cats and make sure
Okay.
that they stay on the property.
Yes, they were recently fixed. I also remedied the issue of them digging up the ground and going into the neighbor's house. I have pictures if you need to see it.
We have pictures too.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
we
you.
appreciate it, thank you. That's it, Ms. Jones.
That's it? Okay. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve by Mark Smith.
Seconded by?
Maria Idisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, into the renewals. 775 Outlook Avenue, North Babylon.
Good evening.
Good evening. Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name and your home address for the record.
John Sampis, 775, John Sampis, 166-40, 23rd Avenue, Whitestone, New York, 11357.
Do you agree to the conditions of approval that has been signed, notarized, and submitted with your renewal?
I do.
Okay. You had an inspection on August 16th, and it passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
No, thank you.
Okay. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve by Mark Smith.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Maria Idisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
You are approved.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Someone left their recording device here.
Oh,
That's ours.
that's that.
That's
Okay.
our recording.
Okay. Have a good night.
Good night.
Night. Okay. 143 Jefferson Avenue in Wyandanch. 143 Jefferson Avenue, Wyandanch. Okay, we will come back to that one. 682 Sunrise Highway, West Babylon.
Good evening.
Good evening. Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name and your home address for the record.
Gennaro Cozzolino, 2125 Deer Park Avenue, Deer Park, New York, 11729.
Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed and notarized and submitted with your renewal?
Yes.
Okay, you have a legal two-family.
Yes.
Okay, you had an inspection back in 2021, and some things needed to be fixed. And then you had another inspection in July. You had to repair the ceiling, but then you had another inspection on 8/23, and it passed with no issues.
Correct.
Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
No, thank you.
Thanks.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve by Mark Smith.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Maria Idisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approved, sir.
Thank you. Good evening.
Have a good evening. 427 Mariners Way in Copeg. Good evening.
Good evening. Thomas McLaughlin, 558.
Oh, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing
Oh,
but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Okay, for the record, please state your name and your home address.
Thomas McLaughlin, 558 Tanglewood Road, West Islip, 11795.
Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with your renewal?
Yes,
Okay. You had one inspection on August 25th, and it passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
No, thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve, Kelly Medwig.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mike Murray.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approved, sir. Have a
you.
good evening.
thank you.
30 North 15th Street in Wheatley Heights. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please state your name and your home address for the record.
Michael Green, 30 North 15th Street, Wyandanch, New York, 11798.
You reside in the home that you are renting?
Yes, I do. It's a two-family.
Okay, it's not noted that it's a two-family. Okay. Just give us a moment, please.
Take your time.
Thank you. It is? Okay. Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with your renewal?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Is there any, you had an inspection back in August and everything passed?
Yes.
Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
I would, Madam Chairwoman.
Okay?
How are you, sir? My name is Mike Murray.
How are you?
An exterior inspection was done on your property on the 21st of October.
Okay.
There are some issues that we need you to remedy before you're given your rental permit.
Which is?
Your property has, you have it up there? Your property has a lot of debris on it, sinks.
No,
all
that's
other
all
kind-
been eradicated.
What's that?
That's all been taken care of.
Well,
Since the 21st?
since the 21st of October?
Yes.
And this?
I just spent 2 days getting all of that debris
And all
and
the,
putting it in the garbage.
The
knowing
windows and
that-
everything in the back, the windows in the back, the sinks in the back,
I think there was, yes.
all the wood back there. Okay, between the shed, that's all cleaned up and
Old
cut,
fence.
and cut
Oh,
back.
you want all of that gone? I thought
That's
you
all
said
gone.
driveway.
going,
The
man.
stuff that you showed me on the driveway?
How about that?
There was a
all the
bed or
overgrowth?
something? That's a
That,
bed.
no, that's a rack that I have a bunch of things that I'm storing because I am a designer, set designer, so I use them periodically for different scenery.
All right, so you're gonna have to cut all the overgrowth back there and get back there.
Say that
And
again?
clean up back there.
Just clean it up.
Okay.
Any overgrowth on the property,
But
please.
you're talking about the foliage?
Okay?
Okay.
And also, the fence, the fence surrounding the property, I would assume that is yours?
Yes.
Okay, that's gonna have to be replaced. It's in
Okay.
bad shape, please.
Okay.
And how about the buckets and things that were in the back there? There was buckets with some sawhorses and wooden stuff on them.
Yeah.
How about that? Is that
That's
still?
the sawhorses and buckets are things that I use to produce
Okay.
the artwork, but I clean it up. I'll get a dumpster and
Put them
throw
in
it
the
all
shed
in
if
it.
you want, and then, like I said, the overgrowth, there's a good amount of overgrowth on the property.
Okay.
If you could cut that back for us, please.
Not a problem.
And we talked about the fence.
Now, this is the thing. From the front of the house, how does the front of the house look
The front of the house
in
looks.
terms of curb
front of-
appeal?
The driveway looks fine.
Yeah,
Right.
but you have an unlicensed vehicle in the driveway.
No, I don't. I have a vehicle that's covered.
Yeah, it's covered, but it's unlicensed. You can't have an unlicensed vehicle
No plate on it.
or an unregistered car on your property.
Oh, really?
Babylon Town Code, sir.
Okay.
If you want to get it licensed, registered,
Well, I registered one vehicle.
just go to the photo of the car if you can.
That one I have for parts for the gray car. So you're saying I can't keep a covered car? What if I put it in a carport?
It has to be registered, licensed, insured to be on
Okay.
your property, sir.
Okay.
You have one more car right there.
That's the car that I purchased for parts
Yeah.
for the other car because it's 30-something years old.
Okay.
So I take parts off of that car too.
No, I get it. I understand, but
Right.
that's against town code.
Okay.
Okay?
So what does that mean now?
Means either you can move them somewhere if you'd like, or if you'd like to register or license them, that's your choice.
No. I'm saying in terms of
We'll extend your
receiving.
permit right now. We're going to give you time to get this stuff taken care of.
Okay, so how long do I have?
Well, first we have to see if anyone else needs to speak in the audience. and then-
Okay.
Would you like the photo, sir?
No, I know what my house
Okay.
looks like.
Okay. Is there anyone from the audience that would like to speak on this property? Okay, hearing none, do I have a motion?
Yes, motion to extend till December 14th. We'll give you till December 14th to get everything squared away, and then we'll come back and re-inspect and get you your permit if everything's good.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Do I have a
Second by
second by?
Mike Murray.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so you're extended to December 14th. Thank you. Okay, 49 North 17th Street in Wheatley Heights. Hi, if you could raise your right hand, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
I do.
Okay, for the record, could you state your name and your home address?
Karen Lumpkin, 49 North 17th Street, Wyandanch, New York.
Okay, do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with your renewal?
Yes.
You have a legal two-family home.
Yes.
It was inspected on 8/29 and passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
I would, Madam Chairwoman.
Okay.
Hi, how are you tonight?
Good.
There's a few issues we need you to please take care of before you're granted your permit. Okay? I'll go over them with you now if you'd like. We would like you to please replace the curbing in front of the house.
Say again?
Install a curb. You see the bricks you have there? We'd like you to put in a curb. Homeowners are responsible for the sidewalks and the curbs, ma'am.
Okay.
Also, the walkway up to the front entrance needs a little repair on the cement, and also the walkway on the side there could use some repair also. Okay? And we would like you to please replace your driveway. Mm-hmm. You got the driveway? Yeah, it's about it. Okay, there's pictures of your driveway.
All right.
I don't think that does it any justice. I have the pictures here if you'd like it. And the stockade fence that's in disrepair. You could either remove that if you'd like, or if you need to replace it. Okay? Thank you very much. Would you like,
How long is the extension?
you'll find out in a second. Would you like the photos?
Sure.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to extend till December 14th to fix that stuff up that you need to get fixed up. If you need more time, just let us know.
Yeah.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mike Murray.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, you're extended to December 14th. Thank you. 75 Weeks Road, North Babylon.
Good evening.
Good evening. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you
I
God? Okay, for the record, could you state your name and your home address?
Yes, Theodore Smirlis, 24 Shore Road, Lyndhurst, New York.
Okay. Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with your renewal?
I do.
Okay. So you have a legal two-family as well?
Yep.
You had an inspection back in February?
Yep.
Then you had another one in April?
Yep.
And it passed with no issues?
Thank you.
Okay. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
I would please, Madam Chairwoman.
Okay.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
This, I guess you see what's going on. There's some items that we need you to take care of before you are granted your rental permit. Before we get into that, on the 11th of October of this month,
Yes.
a blue notice was put on your door from the town of Babylon, the front door of the property, correct?
That's correct. Yes.
And one was mailed to your home, is that correct?
That is correct.
And you received that, right?
Yes.
And you were told to remedy the situation, correct? The
Yes.
mattress behind the shed, debris on the property, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, well, and also you have some kind of poisonous plant overgrowth going into the neighbor at 7 Skidmore Court in North Babylon. The gentleman had to put
Yeah.
an extension up so the stuff wouldn't grow over the fence. We need you to cut that back more for them, okay? We don't need your stuff growing onto their yard,
Okay.
okay? And the inspection was done today,
Yes.
and what you need to do is, all your blacktop has to be replaced. The round driveway up to the other part of the house, it's in bad shape,
Okay.
okay? Also, the, behind the house going up to the stairway going to the second floor, there's a, cement walkway there that's in really bad shape that has to be replaced.
Wait, which one? All this should have been remedied. All the debris.
As of the 26th of October,
Yeah.
it hasn't been. Do you see the
Has
photos?
not been.
Oh, here's the
You see the debris there?
Yeah.
You saw the fence debris there? That was at 12:30 today. So, as of right now, what I'll say to you is that that's the piece I was talking about. That
Okay.
has to be replaced. So as of right now, when you receive that notice from the town, just hold that thought, okay? And I just want to make sure I covered everything. So as of right now, when you received the notice, they gave you a week to clean it up.
Yes.
Did you do the cleanup?
I did the because I do have tenants. They cleaned their stuff, and I cleaned the semicircle. I paid $1,800. I had all the trees removed and everything, to make it nice for the inspection.
Well, as the property owner,
Yeah.
don't leave it up to your tenants. It's your responsibility. So the way it stands now is that what was you were done to do on that notice was not completed, correct?
I did clean it. You could see that. Yeah, I thought it was
What about all the
efficient.
debris on the property?
I believe the
broken fence
debris
right here?
the debris is produced by my tenants, and
And again,
they've
you're
been calling the
responsible f- you're
they've been
responsible
calling
f-
the
You're responsible for your
I
property.
know, but they've been calling the what you call it to have it removed from the property, but they can only put so much stuff out. That's where the problem
Well,
came
would
in.
you, so you just left it there instead of tying it up? What you can do,
No,
am I seeing things?
we've been putting it out.
Probably need a dumpster then.
Okay, so here's how we're gonna go with this,
Okay,
okay?
tell me.
So you know what you have to do now.
Yes.
Okay? Also, by getting that notice from the town, you don't want to get any more of them,
Yes.
because that can jeopardize your permit if you get them. As of right now, you're in violation because you didn't do what was told to you on that notice. The town can send their crew there, clean all that up,
Okay.
and you'll get the bill. You don't want that to happen, right?
No.
So I'm going to contact the gentleman that runs that department,
Okay.
and he'll give you another week to get it cleaned up.
Okay. Thank you.
But as far as your driveway and things like that, you'll get the date on that as soon as we see if somebody wants to speak.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to extend till December 14th to get that driveway done.
December 14th. Okay.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mike Murray.
All in favor?
Aye.
Just one more thing, Madam Chairwoman.
Sure.
Please understand
Yeah.
that if the debris is not cleared up as per that notice, the town crew will be there,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
I don't want to cost you any more money than you
Thank
have
you.
to.
It's-
In the future,
It's been crazy.
you might want to do a weekly stop by,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
And you'll take care of the people in the back there. You'll cut back all that for me, please?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night. Thank you. Good
Like
night.
the photo, sir.
Yes, please. Yes. Thank you. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
104 Arlington Avenue in Wyandanch. Aye, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Okay, for the record, could you state your name and your home address?
Name is Ralph Minos, 2 Saltbox Court, Smithtown, New York.
Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with your renewal?
Yes.
Okay. So you had a couple inspections, and then your last inspection was on August 30th, and it passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
I will, Madam Chair.
Okay.
How you doing, sir?
I do.
The home passed the interior inspection, but an exterior inspection was done, and there are a few items that need to be taken care of. You have to remove all the debris from the property, external debris, the trailer from the property. The house really needs to be power washed, and the gutters all around the property. And you have to remove those vehicles from the front and the rear. You have to replace the driveway because the vehicles cannot be parked on the grass. They have to be parked on the driveway.
Okay.
And the driveway have to be replaced.
I did the driveway.
Say it again?
A whole new driveway.
Yes. Because it has
There
to
isn't
be
really a
either.
driveway there.
What's that?
Yeah, there's no driveway. It has to be, there's no blacktop or cement.
I did blacktop. The whole thing. It cost me almost $2,000.
When did you do?
Blacktop this?
What's that?
Blacktop.
No, that's not the driveway. The other side is the driveway.
What is that then?
See it right there? I did all that.
What is the other side?
It could be grass. I don't know why they're parking there. I should tell them not to park
Yeah,
there.
that has to be grass. then,
Yeah,
If it's
no problem.
not going to be a driveway.
That's what we got. All right. And all the debris in the vehicles has to be.
That's no problem. I'll get that done.
All right.
The stuff in the back has to be removed, right?
Yeah. So if that's the other side where the rocks is, if that's not a driveway, you can make it grass or.
I'll put grass.
Or whatever. Yeah.
It's no problem.
All right. Do you need the pictures?
Yeah, please.
I'll give you time to do that.
Okay, is there anyone from the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to extend the December 14th, to repeat all the repairs. Vernon Shelton.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Maria Adisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, you're extended to December 14th.
I'm sorry, this was real. Also those steps, the side steps.
I fixed that too.
You did the steps already?
That, which
Yeah,
step you
yes.
talking about that?
The step.
Yeah, that
Okay.
can't be all cracked.
What do you want me
like
to do? Patch it up?
that. Patch it up.
Yeah, it has to be patched up, yeah.
No, no problem.
And I don't know if we mentioned, did we mention like the moss growing on the house? You have to power wash.
Power wash, yeah, I got that.
The house, yes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir, you can have a good evening.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think I'm next again.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
mind.
That's
Yes,
all right,
you
no problem.
are. Okay, you're still under oath. Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with your renewal for this property?
Yes.
Okay. You had an inspection in August, there were some problems, and then you had let's make this clear. We had an interior inspection on September 12th, and it passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
I will, Madam Chair.
Okay.
Well, once again, as already been stated, the interior inspection passed, but there was an exterior inspection on the 21st. And for the property, just have to remove all the debris around the property, all the debris from around the property, the trees, the overgrowth.
All right, thank you.
And we have to remove that vehicle that's on the property. You see, that vehicle has to be removed. And just the overgrowth and the maintenance around all the debris, trash has to be removed from the property.
I didn't know there was a car there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of debris.
Yeah.
This back here, this whole,
It's a lot.
I'll remove that debris.
needs a good cleanup.
yeah. This is the second.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Look at you, Tom.
Okay. Is there anyone from the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to extend to December 14th, Vernon Shelton.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Marie Iadisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, you're extended to December 14th.
Thank you.
Okay?
Can I put pictures of that?
Oh, sure.
Have a good night.
Have a good evening. 287 Parkway Boulevard in Wyandanch. Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening.
If you could please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, for the record, could you please state your name and your home address?
Alonzo Horn, 70 Cumberbatch Street, Wyandanch, New York.
Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with your renewal?
Yes.
Okay. You had two interior inspections as well. The last one was August 30th, and that one passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
No, thank you.
Is there anyone from the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion? No, I'm sorry.
Madam Chairman.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'd like to speak on this property.
Okay.
How are you, sir?
Okay, good.
Guess you know why I'm going to talk to you, huh?
No, but I'll find out. Okay.
Okay, we'd like you to do a couple things. The 2 pieces of cement in the driveway, the cement driveway, we'd like you to replace from there up to the patio.
Okay,
Okay?
okay,
That's it.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, that's
Thank you,
it.
Madam
All right,
Chairwoman.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Time?
Okay. Do I have a
Date?
motion?
Motion to extend to December 14th, Vernon Shelton.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Marie Iadisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, you're extended to 12/14.
All right, thank you.
Have a good evening. 144 Neptune Avenue, West Babylon. Hello. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
I do.
Okay, for the record, could you please state your name and your home address?
Helen Frelick, 144 Neptune Avenue, West Babylon, 11704.
Okay, do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with the renewal?
Yes.
Okay. So you had 2 inspections, and the last inspection was on July 26th, interior inspection, and it passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
Yes, I would. Hi, how are you? There's a couple of things that we need you to get done on the outside, and you need to replace the stockade fence on the west side of the property and the rear of the property. It's, the pictures show. And then also, we need you to replace the blacktop driveway and cut back the overgrowth that's hanging over the fence. That's it.
That's it? Good, yay.
And we'll give you time to do that.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this property? Okay, hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to extend to 12/14, Vernon Shelton.
Till when? 12/14?
12/14. And if you need more time, just call us.
Give us a call.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Marie Iadisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so you're extended to December 14th. "32 McKinley Avenue in Lindenhurst. Good evening. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
I do.
Okay, for the record, could you please state your full name and your home address?
Евгения Мазепа, 12 Parkwood Drive, Great Neck, New York, 11023.
Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with your renewal?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you had 2 inspections. Your last interior inspection was on September 2nd, and it passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
No, thanks.
No, thank you.
Is there anyone from the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve, Kelly Medwig?
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mike Murray.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You are approved.
10.
Have a good evening.
10.
135 Irving Avenue in Wyandanch. Okay, I'm sorry.
Hi,
Hi, good evening. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
yes.
Okay, for the record, could you state your name and your home address?
Mary McLam, 409 Wyandanch Avenue, apartment 125, West Babylon.
Okay. Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with your renewal?
Yes,
So you had 2 inspections as well. Your last interior inspection was on September 6th, and it passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Is there anyone from the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve, Kelly Medwig?
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mike Murray.
All in favor?
Aye.
You are approved.
thank you.
Have a great
Okay.
night.
Good night.
(121) Mariners Way in Copeg. Hi, if you could raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Okay, for the record, please state your name and your home address.
Rosemary Baza, on behalf of Maureen Griffin, Damion, 103 Homestead Avenue in Amityville.
Okay. Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with the renewal?
To the best of my knowledge, yeah.
Okay, there was 2 inspections on this property. The last one was September 8th and passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
No, thanks.
No, thank you.
Okay. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve, Kelly Medwig?
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mike Murray.
All in favor?
Aye.
You are approved.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Good night.
29 West 8th Street in Deer Park.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Hawladar Dilruba, 29 West 8th Street, Deer Park, Newark 11729.
Okay. Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with your renewal?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You have a legal 2-family home,
Yes,
and it was inspected on September 6th.
Yes.
The interior inspection, and it passed with no issues.
yes.
Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
No, thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this property? Okay, hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve, Kelly Medwig?
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mike Murray.
All in favor?
Aye.
You are approved.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Yeah. Okay, 53 South 23rd Street in Wyandanch.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Evening.
Okay, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Okay, for the record, please state your name and your home address.
John Solomon, 26 Haverford Road, Hicksville, New York, 11801.
Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with the renewal?
I do, but I might have a little typo here. I'm not sure if it's my fault or not. The name that this application is in has changed on the deed, and I don't know if it's been caught. I thought it was changed before, so I apologize if this is my fault.
Okay, bear with us one moment.
Don't quote me, but last year, early, roughly. I thought we edited it, but this is the first one I'm seeing that's come up in the old name. It's a whole trustee thing, name. Yes, I do. Yeah, I could write it down. No. No, yes. I give you the name. I just gotta. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I could give you the name today if you wanted, just not the deed. Okay. I'll bring it into the office. Okay. Sorry.
Jorge, we can continue with this?
Okay. So we went through the conditions of approval. You had an inspection on 8/29, and it passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
No, thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve, Kelly Medwig.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mike Murray.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You are approved.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Have a good
Night.
night. Oh, so this one is all three. Okay. 4 Sand Lane in Lindenhurst.
Good evening.
Good evening. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
I do.
Okay, for the record, could you please state your name and home address?
My name is Ronald Valona. Live at 15 Sand Lane, Lindenhurst, New York, 11757.
Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with your renewal?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see something. How come I don't see anything about that? Oh, it was inspected on September 15th? The
Correct.
interior inspection, and it passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
No, thank you.
Thanks.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve by Mark Smith.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Maria Adisi.
All in favor?
Aye.
You are approved for that property.
Thank you.
Remember, you're still under oath, okay? And for 30 Santa Barbara Road East in Lindenhurst, do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with this renewal?
Yes.
Okay, you had an inspection on September 15th, interior, and it passed with no issues. Does anyone from the board would like to speak on this property?
I would, Madam Chairwoman.
Okay,
How are you today, sir?
Very good.
I'm sorry. I spoke out of turn.
May I proceed?
proceed.
Mr. Bologna?
Yes.
Okay, before we can issue your permit, we'd like for you to make a few repairs.
Okay.
Replace the sidewalk
Okay.
and repair the cracks in the fence.
Cracks in the fence?
Yeah, that's,
Driveway.
in the driveway, forgive me.
On the driveway, okay.
Yeah.
On that driveway, would I be able to put an expansion joint there and re-cement from over, like a triangle on it?
I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the procedure.
Because
I-
it's just broke on the apron
I
like,
believe that would be sufficient.
okay,
That would be fine.
okay,
And that's it.
okay.
Okay. Is there anyone from the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to extend to December the 14th for the necessary repairs
Seconded by Maria Adisi.
by Mark Smith.
Marksman. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, this
Okay.
one is extended until December 14th. You are still under oath for the property of 20 Sunrise Avenue in Lindenhurst.
Yes.
Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with this renewal?
Yes.
Okay, there was an interior inspection done on September 15th, and it passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
No, thanks.
No, thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve by Mark Smith.
Seconded by,
Seconded by Maria Adisi.
all in favor?
Aye.
You're approved for this property.
Okay.
Have a
thank
great
you.
night.
You too.
Good night.
Oh, yes. Okay, 143 Jefferson Avenue in Wyandanch.
Hi, good
evening.
evening. How are you?
Good. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Okay, for the record, please state your name and home address.
Jacqueline McQueen, 230-0367 Avenue, Oakland Gardens, New York, 11364.
Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with this renewal?
Yes.
Okay, you had 2 inspections, interior inspections. The second one was done on August 23rd and passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
Yes, I would. Oh. Okay, just one thing that needs to be done, and you do need to replace the blacktop driveway. We'll give you
Okay,
some
I'm on it
time.
already, yeah.
Okay, we'll give you time.
Okay.
In December to get it done.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Oh, we're not done. Is there anybody from the audience that would like to speak on this property? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to extend until December 14th, Maria Adisi.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mark Smith.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, you're extended to December 14th.
Can I have that photo that
Yes.
you have? Because I'm trying to get some estimates.
92 12th Avenue, West Babylon. Please raise your right hand. Good evening. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, for the record, could you please state your name and home address?
My name is Carol Nielsen. My address is 446 Boswell Hill, Endicott, New York, 13560. 137? No.
Do you agree to the conditions of approval that was signed, notarized, and submitted with your renewal?
Yes.
Okay. You had 2 interior inspections as well. The last one was on July 22nd, and it passed with no issues. Is there anyone from the board that would like to speak on this property?
I would, Madam Chair.
Okay.
Mark Smith. Okay. The town has received numerous complaints about this property, activity that's going on at the property regarding motor scooters, loud music, business being run outside, out of the garage. The complaints date back years. We have police reports. We have numerous complaints that were received by the town. We received several letters, emails from the community complaining about the property. I was wondering if you're aware of any of this.
I'm not aware of any of it. None of the police reports, nothing was sent to me. And we're going back years. I mean, I was living in Massapequa and here on Long Island up until about a year and a half ago.
How often do you visit the property?
I was visiting the property then at least, probably maybe 2-3 times a month.
Is it the same tenants?
When I was on Long Island, not within the last year and a half.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
When you were on Long
the
Island,
last
is
year
it-
and a half, no, I haven't. Between COVID and family
But are they the
issues, I
same
haven't been
tenants
down
as
here.
when you lived here?
When I was here, I was.
Are they the same tenants in the house?
Yes,
Okay.
they're the same tenants for the last 10 years.
So currently, the current tenant has resided in the property for 10 years.
Yes.
Nothing else.
Oh, repairs.
Mike, would you like to?
Mike, you want to elaborate on the driveway?
There's a few issues that need to be taken care of if you are given your permit. Blacktop driveway needs to be replaced. The stockade fence on the Fifth Street side of the property needs to be replaced. Just so you know, the Suffolk County Police Department does not mail reports to the homeowners.
So how would I know that? How
As
do
the
I find-
homeowner, it's your responsibility to know what's going on at your property.
Yeah. Excuse me?
As the owner of the property, it's your responsibility to know what is going on at your property.
When were those, do you know the year or those reports were done? Was it in the last year and a half?
Mr. Smith has all the information.
It's just too voluminous to go through in this venue.
Oh, you can't tell me.
Oh, no, not, it's a matter of record.
Oh.
But for me to go over it here would just,
'Cause I mean, you know,
A lot.
okay, I see it's a lot.
yeah, we're not here to make this stuff up. You know,
No, I
in
know
good
you're not
conscience,
making it up.
you
I'm
know,
not
this
saying
is,
you're making it up.
I just had to say, in good conscience, I would like to know, based on what we've brought to your attention, what do you recommend that, what are you willing to do to rectify this? Because you've said that these are the same tenants for the past 10 years. We have quite a bit of documentation here and statements from the community, complaints to the town, to the police. I'm bringing it to your attention now. You weren't aware of it before. I want to know what you want to do about this now, because ultimately, we're going to make a decision, but in good conscience, I can't not hear something from you, because I'll make the motion, but I need to hear from you. What would you expect to be done if you were the people in the community, and this is what you're getting?
I wish I knew sooner. That's number
All right,
one.
but, okay, so we're here now.
I
So now,
understand, I know right now.
So what would you-
do you,
what are you willing to do?
what? What would you want me to do? What do they want me to do? And I will do it. Believe me, I don't want those complaints, and I don't want people in the neighborhood unhappy. So tell me, what am I supposed to do, and I will do it.
Me personally speaking, I would evict the tenants.
Okay.
Because the record is so full of complaints that it's not something that I think that you could say, oh, could you please turn down the music? Could you please not run a business from the garage? Could you please not stunt ride up and down the street without helmets fast? Could you please not fire off fireworks to annoy the neighbors?
Oh.
I don't believe that just a talking to would rectify this.
Okay.
So now, that was my opinion. It's worth, you can take that with a grain of salt. It's up to you what you plan to do.
Now, I don't plan on having, problems with the neighbors. That's out of the question. All right? I wouldn't want it done to me. I don't want it done to them. Okay? How do I go about rectifying this situation, and how long do I have to rectify it? I don't even know where to start. Help me here.
Okay. On the advice of counsel, we'll allow you an extension to file an eviction, and we'll make a judgment then. You have to produce documentation to the town that you've initiated an eviction proceeding.
Okay.
Otherwise,
And
then
how
we'll
long
have to
do I
deny that.
do that?
All right. Yes, plenty of time. We'll go with December the 14th, give you an opportunity to file.
Is that okay with everybody here?
You have to wait,
Well, we're
waiting
not-
to hear from the neighbors.
Yes.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
For anyone else that may want to speak regarding this property.
could I get a copy of those complaints? Okay, could you mail them to me? You know, I would like to have them, you know.
Understood.
I mean, unfortunately, I have to leave tonight back to Endicott. I am taking care of a mother that is 102. So could you mail them to me? I would really appreciate that. Okay, that's fine. I think I'm missing a number. Oh, the number on the bottom, cool? Okay, and ask them for copies of these? Oh, I'm going to ask for you. Okay, I'm asking for the name on the top. Okay, and you can help me get copies of these reports? How to do it? Okay, that I don't have to come down again? It took me 5 hours to get down here today.
Suffolk County was hacked as a whole.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Can I make a suggestion, though, moving forward?
Yes.
That since you live so far away, that maybe you need to hire a property manager or somebody to,
I'm going to, when I call the lawyer to set this up or whatever, I'm going to ask him, what do I do at this point? How do I handle this?
yeah.
That was my,
I know, but if you're going to be renting and you're not living in the state, you need to have somebody here that's looking over your
to
property.
be, in all honesty, I'm going to, my opinion is, once this is done, I'm going to sell the property. Okay? It's just, I can't, I have too much going on in my life to handle this.
Sorry to hear that.
So the property will be going up for sale.
Okay.
All right?
Yes, well, before we conclude this, is there anybody else from the audience that would like to speak on this property?
Good evening.
Good evening. If you could please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
I do.
For the record, could you please state your name and your home address?
My name is David Hoteling. My address is 1139 Fifth Street. I reside next to this property. And my biggest complaint with this property is the excessive, useless noise that goes on in this property. At, later in the evening, that type of stuff. You're trying to relax and just, it's at times noisy. Sometimes it's not, sometimes it is. And it's not necessary. It's, every once in a while, that's all right. But it just, at times, it's unbearable. And driving up and down, and it, not necessarily the residents, but friends of the residents, driving up and down the street. We have young kids in the neighborhood, younger kids that are driving, and we have to worry about them possibly driving into somebody useless, Unfortunately, it could happen, and then they have to live their life thinking that they hurt somebody unnecessarily. That type of stuff is what goes on, and it just seems like it just keeps getting worse and worse. You have a blind eye for a while, and it's like, okay. But at a point, it gets out of control, and we're worried about the residents in the neighborhood being affected by it, like I said, our kids driving. They drive into somebody accidentally and kill somebody, or something happens, somebody gets hurt. That's what we're concerned about. That's a big problem.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anybody else? Good evening. If you could please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Okay, for the record, could you please state your name and your home address?
Donna Impagliazzo, 1223 Fifth Street, West Babylon.
Okay.
I'm not going to bore you. You have an email from me which kind of outlines a lot of the complaints that we had, reiterating what Dave said. I will say, and I did just speak to the owners, I did contact them about 10 years ago when there was like ATVing going on at 2 in the morning in a snowstorm. It's just been constant, consistent activity, very, very different from anything that goes on with any other person living in the neighborhood. You know, nobody else keeps trailers, RVs, boats in the street, makes it very dangerous. I did email you, or I think I emailed code enforcement at one point. That got cleaned up. But turning the corner, there are children that live in that house. You got to worry if you're driving that you're going to hit somebody, if a kid's going to come out on a bicycle. The activity going on there, aside from whatever else is going on, cars coming and going, people coming and going, and lots of stuff going on in that garage. So, you know, just for that matter, I think this is a great forum, a great opportunity for us on the block who have been living through this, and I thank you for your attention.
You're
Welcome.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening,
If
sir.
you could just please raise your right hand.
Certainly,
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
For the record, just please state your name and home address.
Yeah, my name is Richard Impagliazzo from 1223 Fifth Street. I have a short statement. Any activity that requires a license or permit from the government is by definition a privilege bestowed upon a citizen by the proper authorities. This differs said activity from a right in that it can be taken away if the privilege is abused. Say, for instance, a person is caught driving drunk. That person's license is immediately suspended and could be revoked permanently, depending on the outcome of the legal proceedings to follow. That's because he or she abused the privilege. Such is the case with the property owners at 92 12th Avenue. For the past 10 years or so, they have allowed their tenants to make life miserable for their neighbors with a daily barrage of mayhem. Believe it or not, the tenants are apparently providing access to the home's garage to a third party who operates a noisy auto and boat repair business and invites his friends to bring their children over for motor scooter races that last for hours on end. Unlicensed boys and girls as young as 10 years old drive these unregistered vehicles up and down Fifth Street with reckless abandon. Massive trailers and RVs with out-of-state license plates are parked in front of the home for days at a time, making it difficult to access Fifth Street from 12th Avenue due to site limitations and the necessity to make a wide turn. The tenants also engage in other seemingly nefarious activities at all times of the days and night. A lot of cars come and go quickly, with the drivers walking into the backyard and emerging soon after, only to get right back in their car and drive off. I can only take an educated guess as to what is actually going on here, but you can draw your own conclusions. My comments, and those of my neighbors here tonight, offer an insight into how this situation has been allowed to fester and ruin the quality of life we once enjoyed. Please do the right thing and deny a rental permit to the property owners at 92 12th Avenue so we can finally put an end to this sad state of affairs. One final thought for your consideration. If you choose to grant this rental permit, please understand that you will leave us defenseless and without recourse before what is likely to be a cruel and vindictive campaign of retribution by these tenants who will regard your decision as a permission slip to double down on the type of abhorrent behavior we've witnessed on far too many occasions over these past 10 years. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Is there anyone else that would like to speak on this property? Okay. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Okay, for the record, could you please state your name and home address?
Richard, excuse me, Richard Nilsson, 446 Boswell Hill Road, Endicott, New York. I do want to tell the board that tomorrow we will be contacting whomever we have to contact to start the proper proceedings, the eviction proceedings. Unfortunately, for the past few years, I mean, I've been gone for 6 years, and we've been unaware. I stopped by there tonight, I cut some bushes, I spoke to the owner, and they assured me, they looked me in the face that they had no problems with their neighbors. There were never police. They said police would drive by and never speak to them. They did say that there were kids on their, like a little bike with a lawnmower engine. I didn't know what that is. But I do want to assure this board we are going to start everything we can tomorrow and get you the documentation to prove that we are doing the right thing by the people on this block, in this neighborhood. So what we've heard today, I don't know if I could have taken it like they have for 10 years. And I'm so very sorry that this has happened.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else would like to speak? Good evening. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
For the record, could you please state your name and your home address?
Susan Roth, 92 12th Avenue, West Babylon.
Okay.
This is the first I'm hearing about police reports. Now, I've been there 10 years. I understand a rental permit is every 2 years. How come this hasn't come up before the 2 years? Way before. I've been there exactly 12 years.
This board was just formed 2 years ago.
I've been there 12 years.
The board was just formed 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, I've never had problems with my neighbors in 12 years I'm there. I have 13, I'm 72. My son's 38. I have grandchildren. I have 13 to be exact. I have a 14-year-old that rides a scooter. It's the same as a lawnmower, engine, whatever. This is during the day when he gets home from school. My grandchildren come and go. They drop off milk or, hi, Graham, how you doing? I have 13. They all live in the area. So, like, to my knowledge, I didn't get a police report. The yard's maintained. There's no unregistered vehicles. It passed both inspections. I mean, to my knowledge, I'm not doing anything wrong. And these people that came here tonight to complain, I don't bite. If they would come to me, I'm a Christian, and say, look, we got a problem, can you rectify it? I would have no problem helping them out. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Nobody's coming to me. They're making all these complaints to you. And I don't think that's fair that I'm have to give up my home because they can't come to me and I can't straighten it out. My son belongs to a car club, just like the man across the street belongs to a car club. He does breast cancer awareness. He does children's birthday parties, and it's registered. I do a food drive. I mean, we give back to the community. So, like, I don't know where this is coming from, but I don't know. The situation can be rectified, but if you want to kick me out, you know, I don't think I'm doing anything because they're not telling me what I'm doing. Like I said, I have 13 grandchildren. 3 of them have licenses. My daughter comes, you know, he's got a car and a truck for me and him. I don't know what to tell you. You know, I thought everything was fine. You know, everything's registered, everything's insured, the lawn's manicured. I don't even walk my dogs on anybody's property. I have 2 pugs. I walk them on my property and I pick it up. So I don't know if you're going to have leniency for me or whatever. Maybe we can talk it out, but this is like ridiculous. This is my home you're taking away. And I don't think it's fair. I'm 72, I'm not in good health. And I'm really not in a position to move. So, you know, like I said, it's up to you, but I don't see that I'm doing anything wrong having my grandchildren come by the house. And the moped, yeah, I agree. They don't race, but I agree. My grandson comes, he's 14. He's got his friend come pick him up and they leave. There hasn't been any noise, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Thank you. Okay, ma'am, you're gonna have to wait a moment. Hi.
Hi.
Could you please,
Walter Roth, 92 12th Avenue, West Babylon.
okay, you swear to tell the truth, the whole
I
truth,
swear
and
to
nothing
tell
but
the truth, nothing but the truth.
Okay.
I live there. I use the garage a lot. I have a slingshot. I don't know if you know what that is. The
Yes,
3
I
wheels.
do.
I just recently put music on it. I do big parties, parades. I could show you. I'm in a big group with, you know, a couple million people, views and stuff like that. And I do tend to play my music sometimes in the garage. I do play it a little loud. I try to do it during the day, not at night, you know, because I know there's a noise audience at 11. I do have a lot of friends that stop by with other slingshots and cars and stuff like that.
I don't know.
No
what a-
dirt
I
bikes.
don't know what a slingshot is.
A slingshot, it's got 3
like,
wheels.
It's a 3-wheel car.
Oh,
Well, that's a slingshot right
It's right there in the white. It's right there.
I mean, I do work on it, and I do use it a lot. And as you can see, it's right there in the garage. I'm the only one that works on things over there because it's my garage. You know, I don't try to piss off the neighbors. If they have a problem, they could come talk to me. Like that neighbor next door talks to me every day, and I help him out when he needs something. He calls me, "Hey, Walt, I can't get up. I can't move. Can you help me?" And I'm right there to help him. And I mean, I have a lot of neighbors that I'm close with. The guy across the street, I'm cool with, you know. That's why he's not here, you know. So I do help out. People need snowblow, I help snowblow. He knows I help his brother-in-law all the time snowblow. When the snowblow craps out or whatever, hey, bring it by, I'll fix it. You know, I do small engine mechanics, but I do my own. I don't work on other people's stuff. Everything that's there is mine. You understand? And if I had a lot of things to work on, I would work on them somewhere else, not at my house. But it's only my stuff, my truck, my car. You know, I work on my own personal stuff, which I'm allowed to, you know? And I try to keep the noise down as much as possible. Yes, my nephews, they come over with the go-peds, they ride around. I can't stop that. I tell them not to ride it, they don't listen, you know what I mean? I tell them, don't race up the block, don't make noise. I don't want no problems with my neighbors, you know? I've been living there for a long time, you know? I mean, I know all the neighbors think that, you know, I sell drugs out of the house. I don't. Send the cops there, send the detectives there, send the feds. I bet you they don't find nothing. I know, I have a business too that I own. I own a chimney company, which nobody knows about, so nobody talks to me, so nobody knows, you know? So I have people that come in that I pay. I also have people that come in that I give paperwork to. So if they can see them walking out with paperwork. I have video footage of people walking in and out with paperwork all day. I have cameras at my house too, you know? So, I mean, you could ask if there was anybody there today. There was nobody there today because we didn't work today, you know what I mean? So it's just like, it is what it is. I know some neighbors have differences, some don't, you know what I mean? But I've been there 12 years and I haven't had no problems. And the guy that lives next to me is real old. You know, he's got a lot of health issues, his wife, but I bet you ask them and they love me to death. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do anything. If they have a problem, they could come talk to me. We could straighten it out. Like, you know, like I do with my family and I do with my friends. I help everybody out. You know what I mean? Go on my Facebook. You'll see all the posts that I post when I do parties and stuff like that. I don't want to have problems with the neighbors. My landlord, I love my landlord, you know? So it's like, I don't want to be kicked out of there and have to find somewhere or buy the house or, you know, whatever it is, because that's come down to it, then I'll buy the house or something, whatever it is. But, you know, if we could talk it out, we'll figure it out. That's all. You know, I don't have a problem. You know, it's just, I know they don't want the noise. They don't want the loud music, fine. That's fine. You know, certain time, that's cool. You know, the kids with the go-peds, I'll have to stop that for good, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
So-
you definitely have to do that. You're the adult there to
yes.
control that situation. But as far as
Up
like,
to a point, I can control it, because if I tell them don't come there and I'm not there and they show up, I mean, you know,
well,
it's hard.
tell them to
My
go
mom-
somewhere else.
I know, I
But-
try that all the time. It's so hard. But there's other kids in the neighborhood that have go-peds and dirt bikes, and there's a black car that lives up the block that races up and down the street, and they probably think it's my house, but it's not.
Yeah,
I don't have a race car, you know what I mean? I don't have nothing that races, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of cars that race and blow stop signs that pass my house, and they probably think it's coming from me, but it's not. You understand? So, I mean, if they want to talk to me and say, hey, listen, we can come to a conclusion, hey, fine. That's not a problem. But, you know, I don't feel that, you know, 3 people come to try to, you know, bully one person, you know what I mean? It's not right. You know what I mean? I've been living there 12 years. I haven't had no problems. And all the police reports, those are because we called the cops, not because they were called on us. We called the cops many a times because, you know, my car got robbed, or my brother had an issue with his girlfriend because he was there, whatever the case is. I know none of the calls weren't called on us like, hey, you're making a lot of noise. Maybe once or twice, but we straightened it out, you know? I was out in the front of the garage 2 weeks ago. 2 cops came down the block, they stopped, they started talking to me about my slingshot. They didn't say, hey, you're making noise. And I was making a little bit of noise, I ain't gonna lie. You know, but they didn't say nothing to me about it, because if they said, hey, you're making too much noise, keep it down, I would have shut it off, you know? So I'm not going to say that I'm wrong or I'm right, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I have my little differences, and that's fine, you know? Just everybody does, you know? So.
now, as far as your slingshot is concerned, do your friends have to come to your home?
Well, well, I have people that come from Queens, and I have people that come from out east. So usually we use my house as like a main base. My good friend who has a slingshot, his name is Brian, he lives 4 blocks away from me. So usually if I'm home and I'm just chilling in the house, he'll come stop by, he'll come in, or he'll pull in front of the driveway. You know, it's got a little exhaust on it.
My neighbor I have people in my neighborhood that have them as well.
Yeah,
It's a car.
they're really
it's
cool.
a 3-wheel car.
Yeah.
It looks like, yeah, it makes a little bit of
It's
noise.
right there.
Especially if you
That's it right there.
accelerate. It's like a motorcycle.
I have 3 of them. I have 3 of them. 2 are down in Florida and 1's here. I have 3 of them. But like I said, I do that with the parades. I just did a big parade for Halloween for the kids. I have all photos of it. Yeah, we just did a breast cancer in Times Square, big run. We raised over $150,000. You know, I ride with a big sling crew. They don't come to my house, but some of my friends do. We'll meet at my house and we'll leave. But I have videos and pictures of all of that, you know, of us going out and riding and raising money, you know, that's what we do. We have fun. I had a big lifted truck at one point. I used to use that to do birthday parties when COVID was around. You couldn't, you know, the kids couldn't go out for a birthday party. They were in a window and you drive by, they would do like car drive-bys, you know, and I was part of that. So, you know, I try to help out the community and do what's right by everybody, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to piss anybody off, you know, just as well as I wouldn't want nobody to piss me off. Hey, I get it, I understand, but if there's a problem, come talk to me. The lady across the street, she sometimes has a problem. She'll come across, hey, Walt, it's too late, can you keep it down? No problem, and I keep it down. That's why she ain't here today. She came over the other day, I was giving a lady cans. A lady walking down the street was digging in my garbage can for cans, for 5-cent cans. I gave her $20 and I gave her 2 big bags of cans. And the lady across the street came over and she was like, that's so nice of you. And then she gave her a bag of cans, you know? And that was the one that complained to me a lot, and I cut it down, you know what I mean? I try to stop the noise. When I see this guy walk up the block, I try to say hi to him or wave to him or try to talk to him. He don't want to talk to me. That's fine, I agree. You don't want to talk to me, you don't want to talk to me.
If I may. We've heard you. My only issue is, should anybody have to tell you?
I mean,
you've made that, you know, allow me now.
I do understand that.
We've given you an opportunity. Let me just make this point. Should anybody have to tell you, turn it down? You should know.
I mean,
at some
yes,
point,
up to a point I should know. But I know you can make noise up to 11 o'clock. There's an audience. It's not every day.
But who has to go around with a decibel meter to ensure that you're not harassing people? Because you've also made the statement. You made another statement about, I try not to piss people off. But look.
Yeah, obviously
the
it's
documentation,
pissing people off, but I don't know
right.
because nobody's coming and telling me.
But
so I'm not trying to do it.
It comes full circle. That goes back to my original statement. Why should anybody have to tell you? And if they do
I mean,
have
that's
to
right.
tell you, then it's not them, it's you.
Of
You
course.
should be self-limiting.
Of course.
And people don't want to have confrontation.
But sometimes there's things that I don't do, that other people do, that reflects on me. Like for instance, like
But
my
then
friends
that's
who pull up with their
that's the
slingshots.
company you keep,
I don't know that.
and that's the company that you're drawing to the neighborhood, and your neighbors may not want to be in confrontation with you.
Okay.
They may be afraid. They may be too old. They
Okay.
may see that they may believe that this element may have may cause them harm. Because you've heard in the statement prior to you coming up that one of your neighbors said that they're concerned about now retaliation. These are real concerns. You can shake your head all you want.
Because there's no retaliation.
But I
There was
understand.
retaliation
You can
when
shake
we
your
had
head all you want. I
complaints.
gave you had an opportunity.
Right.
You can shake your head all you want, but they voiced those concerns, and that's probably the reason why they never spoke to you, because they may be concerned about retaliation. They may be older. They're worried about their family. I've heard about children that live in the neighborhood. They may be concerned about their children. They're concerned. They're fed up. You should have known better. At some point, you have to limit yourself. It's not for them to have to confront you, to tell you that what you're doing is inappropriate. Could you please? Nobody should have to ask you. You should know better. And I think that we've already covered everything. If there's anybody else, I wish that you'd come up. I appreciate your statements. I can understand your concern, but we have to move on. We have to wrap this up.
So what goes on?
We've given you an opportunity. Is there anyone else who'd like to speak? There was a gentle lady over here who would like to speak.
Yes, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Okay, for the record, could you please state your name and your home address?
Cheryl Slackey, 95 13th Avenue, West Babylon, New York, 11704. I have sent in, first of all, I wasn't planning on speaking, so thank you. I am one of the letters that was received by the town. Based on the address, I am a block away from this home. We get woken up at 10 o'clock at night. We get woken up early on a Saturday morning, on a Sunday morning. I had, which I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, major surgery the beginning of May. I thought my backyard would be a very lovely place to recuperate. It was not because of the noise that comes from that block, from those kids who are not being watched, who are riding down streets on these motorized vehicles, whether they be scooters or mini bikes or whatever they want to call them. No helmets, no nothing. They have ridden across my lawn. I am a corner property. I understand that people have a right to a quality of life wherever they may live. As a taxpayer, I would like to have that same quality of life. I would like to be able to enjoy my home, my backyard. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, I just would like to say, for everyone that has made these complaints against these tenants, did you ever go to them and ask them if they could lower the noise and watch the kids or stop the traffic or any of those other things? Did you ever do that to try to diffuse the situation?
I'll just go back to this gentleman's point. It's not up to us to do that.
Yeah, it is up to you to do that. You know, when your neighbors, I live in a beautiful neighborhood, a very beautiful neighborhood, and if we have problems with our neighbors, you go and you say something about that, you know, and then, oh yes, I'll take care of that. I'm just asking what you did to try to diffuse it before it got to this point right here.
I'm not on trial here.
I did not choose to approach them.
And why was that? Why did you not feel comfortable? Okay.
Why is that mine?
There's no more back and forth, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, moving forward, do I have a motion?
Motion to extend until December 14th so we can review the matters and the landlord-tenant and the items that the landlord needs to repair.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mark Smith.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it's been extended to 12/14. So now we're going on to 392 Arnold Avenue in West Babylon. These are renewals, previously public hearing. You can all have a good evening.
All questions, you can talk to our attorney. If you still have questions, you can talk to the attorney. You can talk to them.
If you have any additional, if you, oh, here.
Yep.
People who are not like themselves.
You know what, that seems like
There was a guy who asked a question
about the triangle.
Let it go, let it go. Just pull that off, Mark, if it's done.
Yeah, it's a different date too.
Yeah.
Sorry to meet under these terms.
You can't talk to us anymore right now.
Yeah.
We're still in the session, I'm sorry.
We're still in,
You're going to speak to the attorney.
we're still on Zoom, we're recording.
We have to get moving here. We have to be we're still online.
So are we doing it now?
Okay, let's
Okay,
carry on.
392 Arnold Avenue in West Babylon. This was a previous public hearing. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve Maria Iadisi.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mark Smith.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approved. Now we're going to, we have correspondences. We had several correspondences about 92 12th Avenue, West Babylon, an email regarding property at 226 Riviera Parkway, which we already approved. And now we've had pictures of property at 75 Weeks Road, and then email pictures from property at 51 William Street in Copeg. Do I have a motion for property at 51 William Street in Copeg?
Motion to approve Maria Iadisi.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mark Smith.
All in favor?
Aye.
Reserved calendar, 1484 12th Street, West Babylon. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve Vernon Shelton.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mark Smith.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it's approved. 1077 Little East Neck Road, West Babylon, New York. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve Vernon Shelton.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mark Smith.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approved. 95 Keim Avenue, North Babylon. Their work was completed. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve Vernon Shelton.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mark Smith.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approved. Okay, do I have a motion for the acceptance of the minutes for October 19th, 2022?
Motion to accept the minutes, Kelly Medwig.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mike Murray.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, approved. And do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:29 PM?
Motion to adjourn, Kelly Medwig.
Seconded by?
Seconded by Mike Murray, excuse me.
All in favor?